Okay, I removed the biggest chunks of ice and refilled with some water, but that's crazy though. It's like half ice, half water. Can I even get in here? I guess we'll find out. Gotta last a minute at least. Oof. This is not so cold on the face. I tried to involve the face and head, but this little tub or whatever is a little bit too small for that. You see this, like more ice, water. I mean, you can't see it. You can't see the surface, but you can hear it. Oh, okay. So sometimes I think I talked about this in one of the videos. I would not heat myself up with a sauna or a shower after this because it's part of like cold therapy to let your body heat itself up. But today it's just gonna be way too intense, fasted than that. So I've prepared a nice hot shower after this. It's still so very cold that it takes a long time in the shower. Oh, you know, my belly, my legs are okay. It's the hands. It's the fucking hands. Oh, okay. I can't even see the time because I don't have any glasses or contacts, but that's enough. That's enough. Yo guys, Coach Theo here, Uncommon Sense. I tried to find a spot here where I can walk and talk normally without sliding and falling over on my ass because it's like 1 degrees plus now, so everything is starting to melt and it's quite slippery in most places. So today we're going to talk about a little mindset shift when you're never actually hungry, you're fasted, you're feeling fasted. But first, let's just catch up on the fast a little bit. So it's day 3 of the Christmas fast. I'm close to 68 hours in now. I weighed 87.2 kilos this morning, so as I predicted, the weight loss rate slowed down. That's another like 0.5, 0.6 kilos. And yeah, today, as you saw, I did a cold plunge, and I realized that if I allow myself at least to do that hot shower right after, it's something I could do every day. So I will do that on the remaining days of the fast, because it's really just being fasted, and the water is like effectively below 0 degrees because there's so much ice floating so close to you. I would have loved to go to the lake because it's of course better, just vibes, feeling, being out in nature, doing it. But it's quite a project. It would have been more intense, you know, having to get rest and walk back and that. But also logistically today, I'm gonna meet someone. It would have just taken too much time. So, you know, I've had quite a few cold plunges in the lake this winter, and I am happy to stick with a little bathtub thingy there. You know, I'll recommend that, by the way. It is something to make a cold plunge more accessible, you know, both close to your home, but also if you're gonna be a wimp like I am now on the fast, you're very close to a nice warm shower afterwards, right? So it's if you have the opportunity, it's I guess a way to make cold plunging as easy and accessible as possible. But yeah, today will look like most other days. You know, some work things, cold plunge today. Go on this walk outside. Today I'm gonna sauna. I haven't sauned yet. I gotta meet someone, buddy, sauna, hang out for a bit, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Most days quite alike on this fast. But so let's. I can just transition into this mindset thing, but I am just feeling amazing on this fast, I must say. And it's like I can never really get used to completely. I know I fasted a lot. I know it's not like, oh, I'm gonna break it early or anything. But you know, it's different if I'm in some period of the year where I'm doing fast more frequently. Then it's kind of like, yeah, of course I can do it, you know. But when you've been bulking for months, eating quite a bit, you know, it kind of seems. I always think like probably be a bit tougher, or be some tough moment, but truly there hasn't really been. It's quite crazy. And so let's use that to transition into this mindset shift with you're not hungry, you're fasted. So in this chat group we have with people, well, there are others that participate that aren't in the group, but with us that are in the group, someone mentioned like, yeah, I really feel like eating now, but I know I'm not hungry. It's just I am around food. I can feel the nice smells and I imagine eating it, and then I just express I'm hoping I can, push through, go to sleep, and feel better the next day. And they reported that they did. But so first of all, that's very insightful, like to even understand that there's a difference between feeling hungry and just feeling like eating, because most people, unfortunately, in this society where food is just extremely available, and especially these hyper-processed, hyper-palatable junk foods. Yeah, I think I managed to say that word right. No, but of course, people's just systems, signals have been disrupted. So a lot of people, especially, if you just eat whatever you want to eat, whenever you feel like it, it's going to be hard to tell, like, do I actually need to eat or do I just feel like it? But especially with these junk foods that corrupt you and really make you crave them like a drug addict, it's going to be difficult to tell the difference. But so, of course, fasting is an amazing tool to restore both food addiction, but also the ability to discern, am I actually hungry? Is my body actually asking for something here? Or do I just feel like it would taste good, I would feel comfortable, it would make me run away from these emotions I'm dealing with, or I'm just craving my fix, kind of, so the cool thing is, because if you do the fasting, do fasts with refeeds on whole foods, and you just stack wins, volume with this, that will help with the food addiction. But you will notice that your relationship to like hunger and feeling the need to eat is going to be different. But here's the coolest thing: just like how someone can feel like eating without actually being hungry, you can feel hungry but not actually feel like eating. Think about that. So this is what mindset, like in practice, actually is. It's not just, there could be some catchy phrase, like the way I see it, like, yeah, you're not hungry, you're fasted. But it's not enough to just say that. You're not going to be able to convince yourself immediately. But it's like, for someone like me, I've gone through these fasts so many times. I know it's non-negotiable. I don't break them. I felt like breaking them. I've entertained the idea of breaking them, but just done everything in my power to distract myself so I can go through them. It was years ago I had to do it like that now. And then I just notice when I reframe it like this, like, no, this is what being fasted feels like. And I also notice that, well, if it is non-negotiable, now I'm going to break the fast no matter what. It's just a huge waste of energy to be entertaining ideas of eating. So if I go there, I would shut down the thought stream immediately. And that's what you have to, this is how you start. You have to manually be like, okay, shut it down. But after a while, you will have programmed yourself to actually see things this way. So yesterday, I felt quite fasted at a point. I have this feeling here. I start thinking a little bit about food, but very quickly, because I'm kind of like, but I know I'm not going to break it. I am feeling good completely. Apart from this, shut it down. It's not a big issue. And now at this point, it's not something I really have to repeat, because I program myself. I know I'm going to go through with a fast no matter what, non-negotiable. Why waste energy? Why not just keep feeling good? Why entertain these thoughts? And so at first, do you understand that that's the thing with a mindset? It's not always brute forcing. It's kind of how I talk about discipline, it's not that you always have to be like, oh, I'm so extremely hungry, I really feel like eating, but no, I'm fasted. That you have to tell yourself so hard. That's like what the transition is going to look like. But you will arrive at the point where it just is your natural mindset. You don't have to force yourself to think a certain way. So I'll give an example of this. When I just do, intermittent fasting, that's a little bit more loose if I'm bulking. But on most of my days, where I just go through my regular schedule with work, trading, whatever I do, I will eat pretty much around the same times. But then if I'm a bit more spontaneous, or for instance, let's say someone is like, oh, do you want to meet up, hang out, have a coffee or whatever, and I like delay eating more than I usually do. The way it happens for me, it's not like, oh, I feel so hungry, I need to eat. How it happens to me at this point is like, what is this I'm feeling? I'm feeling something. It's like, oh, oh yeah, that's right, I haven't eaten. Oh, okay, that's what I'm feeling. Okay, I'll just eat later then. I've shifted, I've disassociated that feeling with having to eat so much. So it's funny because, of course, when you're fasting, your body probably, there is something that your body might be a little depleted of. It's not, you can have a true need to eat, but it's not like it's so serious you need to eat right now. So that's the other thing, that, I mean, I'm trying to stack everything here, but you, like, you won't feel any false hunger, basically. You will never just crave something when you don't actually need it. But even when your body is starting to give true hunger signals, it's just not that big of a deal, because you can tell that, nah, I'm feeling too good. It's too little. Yeah, it's just not a big issue. And I want to say, because sometimes when I started experiencing these things, I was kind of like, am I fucking like my appetite up or something, But it's not that either. I have great appetite. I know right now I'm not craving food in any way, but if I start thinking, well, I could eat a lot, then I would enjoy it right now, But so what it just is just having amazing dietary discipline. You're just in 100% control of what you eat, and not in this eventually. You have always to use more discipline to get there, But when you've reprogrammed yourself, it's not such a huge effort to be that way even. So that's, of course, yeah, seeing, again, I guess I said this in a video yesterday, but seeing how much people struggle with this, and clients I have, I just feel so grateful. It's the food, managing food is like the easiest thing. It's just, I choose entirely what I do, and there's never any negativity involved whatsoever. So yeah, guys, I guess that's it for today's video. I'm gonna go, I'm actually gonna go buy the food for when I break the fast. It's in 2 days, but it will be easier today because tomorrow I have more like just errands and shit to do in the day. But other than that, it will be the same kind of things, sauna, maybe meet someone. Just tomorrow is when I'm gonna train hard too. That's gonna be fun. Right now I feel like I could train quite hard. Let's see how my energy is tomorrow. But yeah, guys, if you want to build a better person, a better version of yourself, lose fat, build muscle, build a bulletproof mindset. Fasting isn't necessary, but it is a useful tool. Yeah, there is my coaching programs. So reach out on Instagram or email me. I'll tell you about my different options. If you want to get serious next year, consider becoming a member of the channel. If you just want to support me and my content, I appreciate that a lot as well. Please subscribe for more content about fitness, fasting, losing weight, building muscle, self-improvement, stoicism, mental health, philosophy, spirituality, mindset. It is a mindset, guys. You're not hungry, you're fasted.